Welcome to the Game or Die Gamification webinar. This is all about the secrets to exploding your traffic, increasing your page views, and becoming a rock star. It's all about unlocking game-based principles to explode traffic, increase conversions, and make you more money. My name is Benjamin Bressington, and I'm the CEO of Tigger Studios. I'm an author and entrepreneur. I'm the Aussie app publisher, and I've published over 300 mobile apps for iOS and Android this year. I'm creating social games, interactive books, interactive magazines, and as a result, I became a gamification specialist. My background always hasn't been in gaming. I actually started in the world of online marketing and e-commerce, and I've created several and sometimes multiple monthly 6- and 7-figure product launches. And I've got a vast experience in online marketing, e-commerce, and direct marketing, but I've done business in Australia, the USA, and Canada. And I'd love you to be able to follow me on Twitter, and you can follow me at AussieBenB at Twitter. And if you want to use the hashtag #GameOrDie throughout this presentation, that would be awesome, because I'd love to be able to find out and connect with you so we can always make this presentation better. So I can't be talking about gamification if I'm actually not gamifying my own presentations. So I've got a whole heap of rewards and prizes for everybody who actually gets engaged. There's going to be prizes for the best tweet, the most retweets, whoever collects all the keywords, the best question and comment. There's also going to be prizes for the best Facebook post. And these prizes are actually going to include the 30-minute mastermind session with myself, a signed Game or Die book, and a Game or Die t-shirt. So how do you claim these prizes? You use any of the links below, or you use the Twitter hashtag Game or Die. So how do you claim the prize? What you got to do is you've actually got to email us, support@gameordie.co. That's C-O. support@gameordie.co. You're going to actually want to write down this email address. You're going to want to write down our phone number, because once you collect all the keywords, you can either email us or call us to claim your prizes. So the keywords are going to show up somewhere on the slides as we're going through the presentation, and I want to make sure you really get to maximize as much as you can out of this presentation, because it really can impact your profits significantly. So let's go through what you're going to learn in the next 53 minutes. I'm going to share with you how you can increase your social media sharing by up to 25 times what it is now. So let me say that one more time, just in case you're fiddling with your iPhone or playing with Skype or on Facebook. How you can increase your social media sharing by up to 25 times what it is now. Could you imagine what that would be like if you had actually had an increase of 25 times your social media sharing? Your persona and identity would be massive. How you can increase content consumption by up to 16 times. This is page views. So what would happen if people were viewing and consuming more of your content, up to 16 times more what it is now? What about if you could have people come back to your site 11 times more frequently and more often than they do now? What would change? People coming back to your content. But that's not even the best part. I'm going to show you in the next 50 minutes how you can actually increase your conversions by up to 15% or more. That's right, I'm not stuttering here. 15% or more increase in conversions. Imagine what that would look like to your business and your bottom lines, and you'd be able to buy that nice house, that shiny car, take the family on a holiday, or just stop working so hard. But it is possible, and I'm going to show you how to do it right in this webinar. So you're also going to learn the secrets of actually how to get a up to 675% increase in engagement. And this is massive. You're going to have people actually consuming your content more, begging you for more content, being involved in your content creation, and really just being a better customer. And some of the results of this is actually increasing monthly subscription, or subscription in general, from the industry average of 2 to 3 months where people remain in a program to up to 18 months or longer. Imagine what that would do and how that would impact your customer value, your lifetime customer value. So I'm going to share with you how to do all of this using your current website traffic, your current systems, your current website, and your current marketing budget. So what we're actually going to cover in this presentation is what exactly is gamification. I'm going to share with you how this is becoming a $2.8 billion industry and why. I'm going to share with you the one secret to explode your traffic without spending a dime, the one secret to dramatically increase your page views, the one secret to increase the sales and conversions exponentially. And I'm going to show you why gamification is a license to print money. But more importantly, how I made gamification fast and simple to implement. And this is through the game or die, game anything formula. And this is really the formula. And it's the only marketing technique you need to master this year. And it's really going to dramatically change your life. I promise you this. I promise you that by the end of this presentation, you'll know exactly what gamification is, how to use it, and how you can use my game or die formula to make money in your business or to look like a superhero to your boss. I'm going to also give you an opportunity to become a level 1 game or die gamification specialist. And this is what I call the path to becoming a money and conversion engineer grandmaster. Who doesn't want to become a grandmaster at creating money and conversions on demand? So, what exactly is gamification? Gamification right now has many names in the industry. It's called anywhere from game-based, serious games, game layer, exploitationware, alternative reality games, surveillance games, productivity games, behavioral games. But at the end of the day, they're all talking about the same thing. It's gamification. But really, what is it? Gamification is applying game design elements in a non-game context. So this is game mechanics, game thinking, and game design in a non-game context. So what you can really do is make boring tasks fun. So let me explain this a little bit more. Gamification is not turning everything into a virtual world like World of Warcraft. But what you do is you understand the successful elements that make games like World of Warcraft successful and apply them to your communication and your marketing. So how does this look like? And really, what does this look like online and offline? It looks like awards, badges, leaderboards, levels, points, virtual economies, virtual currencies, and virtual goods. So these elements here are really game mechanics, and they're really step 2 of the gamification process that I'm going to explain a little bit later. But I really wanted to share with you examples that you'd understand, like in Foursquared where you get badges and points for doing things. This is exactly gamification mechanics in action. So how is gamification becoming a $2.8 billion industry? Well, right now, there's a massive growth in gamification. Somewhere between 2,000% increases happening in gamification. Gamification growth over the next 2 years will be at a minimum 150%. Why? Because 1 in 4 people are playing one social game per month. 1 in 4 people. And let's look at the impact that gamification strategies and campaigns are actually having on marketing. 85% re-engagement rates. This is what happened to a Playboy Facebook campaign when they tested gamification metrics on their campaigns. They had an 85% re-engagement. So what does that mean? There was 85% more people coming back and being re-engaged, re-consuming the content, and really staying involved with the life of the campaign. But that wasn't the best part. The best part was they had a 60% monthly revenue growth just by implementing social game mechanics and gamification principles. And I honestly believe that gamification is going to be one of the biggest marketing trends that's happening over the next 5 years because of the massive evolutions that are happening right now. So as we can see, here is just some of the articles that mention gamification and why it's becoming so big. Real rewards help gamification take flight. Bunchball raises $6.5 million to double down on gamification. Badgeville raises $25 million and shows gamification has legs. The next big enterprise acquisition target is gamification startups, or startups that have actually been gamified. And this article in the Time Business Week was about how the 6 reasons why gamification will rule the business world. And over the next few years, you're going to see everyone talking about gamification and applying gamification principles to their business because it is so powerful and so successful. So let's get into this. This is the secrets to exploding your traffic, increasing your page views, and becoming a rock star. And I'm going to show you how to unlock the game-based principles to explode your traffic, increase conversions, and to make more money. So here's an example of what one application did. And this is through Club Psych. It was a TV show. They actually implemented feature challenges. People could actually earn real rewards. They could add items to collect. They had social challenges. They had a points and leaderboard. And they had game challenges that got people socially involved with the game. And really, with watching a TV show, this is actually how people were actually getting consumed and engaged to watch a TV show. So what actually happened is impressive. Through applying these elements alone, they had a 130% increase in page views. 130% increase in page views. They had a 40% increase in return visits. And their registered users grew from 400,000 to 3 million. And merchandise sales increased dramatically, as you can see here. Look at pre and post merchandise sales. This is a massive increase to their bottom line just by applying gamification principles. So what does that look like? What's another example? Here's a site who's an Emmy award-winning rap artist called Chameleon. And you can go to the website at the top there. But go after you've watched this webinar because you'll understand the dynamics of actually what happens more. So as I said, this is a Grammy award-winning artist. And unlike every other Grammy award-winning artist, he actually controls his website and runs his website himself. And he actually has more power on his website than any other star in the Sony recording studio artist lineup. So he retained all the rights to his website and studies the trends and engagement like you would not believe. And as a result, he knew what he did not want. He didn't want a website like every other musician, which was really a contact us page or a tour page. He wanted one that actually fans were engaged with because he knew that's what the power was. And that's really where the power was. So what he did was he gamified his process. He asked people to enlist in the military now, and he shows them the ranks and badges and how they can grow and get more involved with the community to become his #1 fan. But guess what happened? His Twitter fans dramatically grew and are now almost close to 900,000 Twitter fans. And he manages this social network all by himself. He created a rewards and engagement program that enlists people in the military with the levels and access to rewards, and it had a 32% increase in user registration. So this is an increase in the amount of people actually coming to the website and registering to be involved. So this is, think of it, your prospect funnel, your sales funnel. What would happen if you were able to generate a 32% increase in opt-in or registration? That is rather massive. But that's not it. Chameleon rewarded engagement, and he rewarded people for reading content, watching videos, coming back, and this resulted in a 25 times lift in fan engagement. A 25 times lift in fan engagement because he was rewarding them to actually be involved. And he found that he was actually able to direct traffic where he wanted them to go to do what he wanted them to do. And as a result, they became a raving fan and a buying customer. But that wasn't it. He had a 380% lift in fan loyalty to the point that people were competing with what they could do with his brand. They were tattooing their bodies with his logo. They're tattooing their food and creating labels and designing labels to put on their food to show that they're the number one fan and they're the most passionate. And this has become a competition amongst all the fans in his community now of who can one-up each other. So check this out. It looks like a normal cake, but this was this guy's wedding cake. He convinced his wife to put the Chameleon logo on the wedding cake. This guy must have a very, very loving wife, because when I recently got married now this year, and I can tell you what, my wife, there was no way in hell she would have let me sell or pimp out my wedding so I could win a competition. No way. And as you can see, this is the massive fan loyalty increase. But what about this? Running around with his logos on your car. People are now branding their cars with his logos and playlist information. They're willing to put stickers on the car. They're not fixing the rust in the roof and the holes in the doors and stuff. They don't care about that. They're actually putting their stickers all over their brands. What Chameleon learned was that they can drive fans to any link on any page on any site to take the action that he wants. And fans are actually spending more money. And they're competing to show their loyalty. More than the music, they're now a part of something bigger. But you say, that's great, it applies to rappers, right? And music artists and things like that. And that might make sense. But you're saying my business is different. But what about the dying industry of newspapers? This is what Savannah Now newspaper did to their business and how they were able to gamify their online print media and increase consumption. And the world of print media and newspaper publishing is a very hard and tough business. So they wanted people, so the big problem was that people would read the main story on the site but would not consume the other content. So how do you get people to read more content? They created quests for engagement. They created a rewards program that guided readers to sections of the site. And it only took 30 days to actually implement this campaign. And registered readers were actually twice as likely to return to the site within the month and were 3 times as likely to perform actions like watching videos and sharing content. And now they've actually been able to create and sell sponsored advertising quests and reward positions. And now they have a new advertising line, an advertising revenue line that they've been able to add to their business. But it gets better than that. Look at what Buffalo Wild Wings did to their business in a gamification marketing campaign. And this is actually quite spectacular. So what they did is they set up customized challenge and offered restaurant rewards for those who completed the challenges. And we're talking about simple challenges, $5 off, free Coca-Cola, free wings. But one of the important elements of this was staff were trained to use the app. So they had a mobile app and a mobile website to facilitate the tracking and the social engagement of this, which is a very, very important element. So if you don't have a mobile app or a mobile optimized website or a mobile marketing strategy, you really need to talk to us about how you can optimize this and really make this work for you, because you're missing out on a lot of traffic. So staff were actually trained and actually had to redeem this engagement vehicle instantly and immediately. And staff actually helps people get activated in these campaigns. But it gets better than that, because look at this. Players generated 20,000 challenges. Let me say that one more time if you're not paying attention. Players generated 20,000 challenges, 15,000 of which were approved over the 8-week campaign period. They had 184,000 unique players from their 730 nationwide Buffalo Wild Wing locations. So 1 in 3 players return to play again. On average, users completed 7 challenges. 7 challenges on average. And you might be like, all right, well, that's all right. But this campaign generated more than 100 million social media impressions via Facebook and Twitter. And I'm not sure what you know about social media, but that is massive. And that would cost tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions, to buy that type of real social media engagement and exposure. But it got better because players spent on average 90 seconds per challenge. So in total, they had about 3.6 years of brand engagement from a 7 to 9 week actual social media gamification campaign. What would happen if you had that type of impact and result from your marketing strategies, period? What would happen? Your whole marketing and brand would blow up. Your sales would explode overnight. So, Gartner, one of the leading research agencies in the US, actually predicts that gamified service for consumer goods, marketing, and customer retention will become as important as Facebook, eBay, or Amazon by 2014. And by 2015, they're also predicting that it's going to be worth a $1.6 billion industry. And this is up from $100 million in 2011. I'll be thinking, who is the gamer? Well, 97% of kids between the ages of 12 and 17 play video games. But you might be sitting there thinking, well, I really don't want pimply-faced kids in my business. And I'm not looking to target those people. So why would I want to attract gamers? Well, because 47% of all gamers are women. You see that lady in that photo? Well, the average gamer is actually 30 years of age, where 37% of gamers are actually older than 35. So that means that women who are the influence of our households, who control household spending and make financial decisions, and are very empowered in their marketplaces, I am pretty certain are your customer. And if you want to engage with people who are female and who are over the age of 30 years, leveraging games and game mechanics is a fantastic way to do that, because you'll capitalize on over 37% of the gaming marketplace, if not more, therefore attracting the other type of clientele you're also trying to seek. You'll be very amazed with really who is the gamer and how attracting gamers actually brings you a better type of clientele. So there's a lot more information on this from the Pew Foundation and Entertainment Software Association. But let me explain to you and show to you how powerful game mechanics are. Cityville, a game by Zynga, which used game mechanics for its launch, went from 0 to 100 million users. Let me say that one more time. 0 to 100 million users in 41 days. I ask you, how fast is your business growing? How many new customers, registration, leads, sales, conversions are you getting on a daily basis? And how would you like to dramatically increase that? That's what gamification can provide. And one of the things you'll actually start to see when you start to implement gamification, game design, is that you'll actually start to see tipping points where growth really skyrockets. So, why do games work? Games work because of engagement. They keep us stimulated and excited. They provide us with choices, and users feel empowered when they make choices. Progression. There is a clear path for feedback and progress. And this is a very, very important element, because we know exactly where we are in games and we know what it takes to get to the next level. Where in your workplace or in your life do you know where you are right now and where you want to go and what you have to do to actually achieve that next step? You don't have that feedback and progression measurement in real life or in the workplace. Hence, we get bored. They're social. They allow for collaboration and competition. They allow us to compete with each other. Games work because it really helps to form habits, and it really allows us to form new ways to process new information, which is an amazing resource when you're trying to actually deliver content online through membership sites or sell products online or anything like that. One of the other reasons is, as I briefly mentioned, was the feedback. You know where you are right now, and you know what exactly you need to do to get to that next level, because you get positive and negative rewards. You know what's good to do, and you know what's bad. And this constant reward and advancement and achievement process promotes status, and it promotes mastery. It promotes us going from zero to hero, and we're proud that our skills have been developed, and that is an intricate element, an intrinsic element that is very, very successful. And one of the first steps of the game or die formula that I'm about to share with you. So, what else can you do with games? One of the things I love about games is that you can actually have your customers do absolutely anything. And customer behavior will actually change when they're playing for a win and not focused on a specific task action. And we call this in the industry epic victories, epic wins. And customers aren't just focused about buying or getting something for free or getting a reward. They want to win this challenge. They want to win this mission. And I want to share with you a quick example of how far people will actually go for a win. And I can show you how to apply all of these elements to your business with the game or die formula. So get ready and check this video out because it is really impressive. Of chips, like a normal packet of chips you could buy for $1 or $2 in one of the stores that's sitting here. But also check this out. Look at the first person to actually engage with this machine. Look at all the young people that were around watching. Look at the young people that are now watching, but require the older lady to actually take action first. And now this stimulates a stampede of people now wanting to win. Look at how that was reinforced. This lady's won a pack of chips. She's happy. She's off to the races. But it gets better. Watch the human behavior. Look at the people watching. Look at the people who are pulling out their phones and taking photos and sharing on social media. Look at the emotion that's getting engaged with people. This is a fantastic example of how far people will go and how people get engaged. You push the button 5,000 times for a packet of chips that you could get for $1 or $2. Look, imagine how long this would have taken her. She's standing there. Look at the crowd around her. Look at the support. This is how you can now create an epic win, a victory, a quest, a story that people get emotionally involved with. Look at the people now wanting to be involved. Now this is quite phenomenal. Look at the victory. Look at the emotion. How are you embracing this emotion in your business? Look at this. How far will people go? Ants in front of 50 or 100 people for a packet of chips for a victory. This is great human behavior examples of how far people will go when they're playing for this win. Look at this. Look at the behavior change that this has been creating, let alone the brand awareness that and brand engagement it's actually creating. These people will be going home with a new story, a new emotion. They will post for photos with other people who are sharing it on social networks. Who doesn't want this brand engagement in their business? Very good question. Did they go far enough? And how far would you go? One of the big things I want you to really be aware of is embedding motivation. And there's been massive motivational changes, which they call Motivational 3.0. And it really comes down to mastery, autonomy, and purpose. And this is what makes the Game or Die formula so powerful, because it encompasses all three of these elements to intrinsically and extrinsically motivate people to actually achieve the behavior you're looking for them to actually take. So, I want to share with you right now, what is the one secret to mastery? It's feedback and progress management. If you can have a clear path for people to follow and tell them where they are now and where they are and how they have to get to the next level to actually become a master, think of like a black belt in martial arts. It's very clear what we need to do. We know the exercises we need to take. And this allows people to actually create mastery. And I challenge you, have you created this on your website, on your program, in your membership site, on the content you're delivering? Have you created a clear and articulate path for people to follow to become a master of the items and the products you're actually selling? Gamification is a license to print money. And why is that? And why do I have Mario and Luigi here running around picking up the coins that you're leaving on the table? Because traffic equals dollars. We all know traffic is time and money. Therefore, gamification of traffic equals more dollars and more customers. Now you get engagement from your traffic. So the traffic you're actually getting, you now have them being engaged, consuming your content, coming back more often, being involved, becoming a loyal and raving fan. They fall in love with what you have to offer. This results in more sales from the same traffic. And it also equates to better quality customers. So this is what they call the holy grail of marketing: getting users, rewarding users, and keeping users. So you get your traffic to become customers and stay and spend more. Plus bring their friends who become customers and spend money with you. This is the holy grail of marketing, and gamification provides this to be successful. Points, badges, and leaderboards is what is a social game dynamic and a game mechanic that gets applied in the gamification process. However, gamification is more than just points, badges, and leaderboards, and it's actually a little bit harder than just what they call PBLs. You need to balance easy versus hard. If it's too easy, we get bored very quickly. If it's too hard, we get frustrated and leave. We got to balance the time and the skills it takes to actually develop our skills and improve and get to that level of mastery. We want to see a progress. You need to balance win versus lose scenarios, but you also need to make sure it's fun. And this is one of the fundamental mistakes people make when they implement or try to implement gamification processes themselves, is it's boring. It's not engaging. It's not fun and exciting. So I have a promise for you, and it's all to do with return on investment, you creating an ROI. And I promise you that you can use my Game or Die formula, and you'll be able to gamify any process to increase engagement, retention, and profits. And I will even share with you the formula right now. And if you're not interested in increasing your ROI in marketing, engagement, in retention, in acquisition and relationships, I think it's really time for you to leave this webinar and find something else for you to do right now. So why is gamification exploding? Gamification is riding three waves. One, the large base of workers raised under the influence of video games and consumer technology. Two, the massive expansion of mobile, social, and cloud technologies across business. Like the mobile sector and mobile tablets and mobile phones have really catapulted the application and the success of game mechanics, because now those mobile computers we carry in our pockets, they are mobile phones, are very powerful and allow us to do so much more, but also are a powerful tool in doing things for us. But also the ongoing process to improve business, processes, and profits is bigger than ever. And every business owner wants to improve their profits, increase their efficiency, and really just make more money from their business. And gamification embeds game attributes into the day-to-day business activities of people's lives, of people's businesses. And this is why gamification is exploding. Business, work, marketing becomes fun and engaging. And there's ways that people get engaged on the extrinsic side, which is the marketing and sales, customer support, but it's also on the intrinsic side, being HR, staff management, meetings, you name it. On the internal side, data entry can be gamified. But let me quickly touch on the future generation G, which is Generation Gamer. This is really anyone born after 1980. But for the first time ever, we have gaming virtuosos, with people who have spent over 10,000 hours gaming by the age of 21. And there's millions of them. They've spent 5.93 million years in the world of Warcraft. Have you ever walked through the airport and watched the amount of people playing that little game Bejeweled on their mobile phones? 3.2 million years has been spent on Bejeweled. What about Halo or Rock Band with 57,000 years of engagement? That's right, people invest 3 billion hours weekly playing games. And I can guarantee you that in our near future, within the next few years, we're going to see that go from 3 billion hours weekly to daily. This is how much and how much bigger gamification and gaming is going to get in our everyday lives. Why? Because Generation G, Generation Gamer, is changing everything. They're changing communication. Look at Twitter, Facebook. They're changing the way we work. Look at Foursquare and Square, how they've changed banking and finance. The banking world has been changed through Square. Look at business, Kickstarter and Kiva, a total new way of doing funding and creating businesses. Look at marketing, how social media is driving business growth. And the gamification, well, social media is really going to be one element of it. And games are going to be the whole foundation of these next advances, because these people, this Generation G, this Generation Gamer, is fluent in gaming. And they speak game mechanics subconsciously. That's why it's going to be the foundation. But let me tell you the problem with gamification. The problem is right now gamification is a lot of theory. How do I apply theories and ideas into your business in a fast and simple way that doesn't cost a lot of time or money? Look at the search results for gamification in itself. That is a massive increase in 2011 alone. I studied, read books, I purchased every book on the topic. I've played games, I invested in professional game designers, I attended events all around the world, but I've read books, studies, research papers on play, fun, games, game design, engagement, and studies that will just blow your mind. And I hired some amazing game programmers to create a simple and effective solution that could be applied to anything. And what I realized was gamification comes down to a two-step process, not a one-step process. Step one is the game design. Step two is overlaying the game mechanics once you have step one completed. But I wanted to be able to get step one completed in a fast and simple way that didn't have me pulling my hair out trying to do it. So that's what I did. And this is how I came up with the game or die, game anything formula that I'm going to walk you through right now. And here's the formula. O plus A plus F plus R equals fun. And that's what the formula is. Your eyes might be glazing over right now and going, oh my gosh, that just looks difficult. Well, watch how simple it is. And I can guarantee in the next 2 minutes, you're going to be going, I get it. I know what to do. I know how to do this. And I want to know more. So let's go through it quickly. O equals outcomes. What is the winning result you want to achieve? We work with the end in mind, then work backwards. We want to know the behavior we're trying to change. How do you lose at this task? What is the win and lose scenario and experience? Once you know the behavior you're trying to actually create and stimulate, you can work backwards from there on how people get to master that and progression. And this is what people were doing wrong in the gamification world. They were trying to just create points, badges, and leaderboards first, not knowing the behavior or the outcomes they're actually trying to cause change or actually facilitate first. So that's why we start with the end in mind. Next is A, which I call our actions. And you may also call it the to-do list. So A, our actions, is actually made up of three things. It's our to-do list. What are all the things we need to do to go from zero to hero? What are the skills and resources we need, and when do we need them, and how do they plug into our progression of our to-do list? F equals feedback and progress. And this is one of the most important elements. And I've actually broken down F to be actually even easier for you to implement. It's made up of levels and what I call power-ups and kryptonites. Our power-ups are the good things. What are the things that give us energy? For example, if you're losing weight, if you go for a walk, if you eat a healthy salad, if you drink a few glasses of water, they're those power-ups that give you energy to succeed and carry on throughout the day. But the kryptonite, the thing that takes away your energy, takes away your power, is eating that chocolate bar or that tub of ice cream, or not going for a walk today. Or instead of the salad, you have that Big Mac and French fries. That is a kryptonite. So now you can actually start going through and thinking about what gives me power, what are the power-ups and what are the kryptonites. And then the last element that makes up the feedback and progress is the resistance. How can you increase or decrease resistance to actually have people increase their skills? And we touch on this a lot more in a lot of our trainings, but I'm wanting to give you a great overview so you understand exactly how to implement this into your business right now, if you want to. R stands for rules. What are the rules to this game? And once again, this is really how we work out how you win and lose. Think of chess or checkers, the rules in which how you actually engage and create this. The last part of this is actually fun. How do you make this fun? How do you make this an emotional experience? How do you get people to exhibit those emotions? This is a very, very important task. And once again, a very, very important item that most people leave out from their success. Now, I want to talk to you quickly about becoming a Game or Die, Game Anything Level 1 certified person. Because you're really going to be able to understand the power and why being able to know how to apply the gamification formula takes everything you're doing in your business to a completely new level. And what I want to give you with this certification is 4 weeks of interactive training. You're going to get bonus help videos. You're going to get community access so you're not alone. You're going to get templates and implementation guides. And each week we are going to answer your questions to ensure that you succeed. And let me tell you what you're going to get in week 1. In week 1, we cover the basics. What is gamification? What is a game? What's the difference between play and a game? Games and game thinking, game design. You're going to know what gamification is and start breaking down the elements that go into successful gamification strategies. So you can start taking those elements and modeling them to apply in your anything. This is a wonderful, exciting week because we're going to be talking about the psychology, the motivations that go behind games, gaming and game design to ensure you know how to capitalize and leverage all the emotions you want people to experience. In week 2, we're going to be talking about the formula. This is where we really break down the Game or Die formula, also break down game mechanics and social game elements. You're going to understand all these elements and techniques and exactly how to apply them. You'll know the Game or Die formula backwards and start applying it to your anything from week 2 onwards. And then in week 3, you're actually going to learn the implementation. This is where we're going to pull apart case studies. We're going to share with you gamification frameworks, the plug-and-play systems and how to implement them, and how to know which system is right for you. But we're also going to bust wide open enterprise gamification and how you can implement this into your workplace in a fast, fun, and easy way. So this week is all about implementation. Once you know the basics, you know the formula, now we get our hands down and dirty and start implementing it into your anything. And week 4 is all about optimization. How you can maximize and capitalize on those emotions. Make sure it's fun. We're going to give you simple swipe and deploy templates that you can use to make this really easy. I'm even going to give you badge and reward PSD files so you can have your own amazing looking badges, rewards, and exciting templates in your business. I'm also going to give you the practical tips on how to optimize and increase your success. But that wasn't enough. I wanted to give you even more because understanding mobile marketing and how to leverage mobile devices is critical. So I need to make sure you have this knowledge as well. So I'm actually going to give you access to my mobile app money machine complete course on how to create, publish, and market mobile apps. This course will share with you everything you need to know and maximize from developing, creating mobile technologies and mobile solutions for your business that make you money. I touch on how in this course, how I went from 0 to 150 apps in less than 6 months with no programming, design, or coding experience at all. I'm also going to give you a special bonus, which is a certificate of achievement. You will get a Game or Die Game Anything Level 1 certificate that you can hang on your wall. Bonus number 2 is a Level 1 certified gamification shield that you're going to be able to use on your website and your business cards to show that you're actually Level 1 Game or Die certified. And this is going to have people knocking on your door. And I promise you this, you will love this training or your money back. And if you're not satisfied with the first week's training, all you got to do is call or email our office and we will refund your money in full. So let me touch on everything you're going to get one more time. You're going to get a 4-week Game or Die Game Anything training where week 1 is the gamification basics. Week 2 is crafting your Game or Die formula strategy. Week 3 is implement your formula. Week 4 is how to optimize your strategy. You're going to get my complete mobile app money machine. You're going to get a certificate of achievement. You're going to get a website and business certification badge. And you're going to get 4 weeks of access to me, which is priceless. This in total is all valued at $818. But for a real world value of $818, I was not happy. I'm going to actually give this to you for a risk-free investment of only $197 when you click the link below to register today, because this program is actually starting next week. So click the link below and sign up now because your training starts next week, or visit www.gameordie.co/traffic course. Imagine what it will feel like when you've increased your money-making capacity by 5, 10, 20%. Imagine what it would feel like if all this course did for you was make an extra $5,000 or $10,000 for you per year. Imagine what it would be like if all this course did for you was create another $5,000, $2,000, $10,000, $50,000 for you per month. What would that be like? Imagine if all this course did for you was make your workplace a fun and exciting environment. Would it be worth the price of $197? Imagine if all this course did for you was make your family life, because you applied gamification principles to your family life. Imagine if all it did in your family was make your family more fun, exciting, loving, happy. You're able to create more intense, exciting relationships. Would it be worth investing $197 to be part of this course? What about if all this course did for you was increase your social media sharing and gave you a better return on investment from every dollar you invested into social media, every lead, and optimize and just grease the wheels of your sales funnel? Would it be worth investing $197? But I wasn't happy. I wanted to make this even better for you. And I want to share with you how you can get everything in this program for free. So what I want to do is, if you take my training and bring me one client and we partner up to gamify their business and implement a kick-ass gamification program together, I will refund the cost of the Level 1 Game or Die Game Anything program. And I will give you a percentage of the deals you bring me. And my team will create a customized Game or Die gamification Game Anything plan and implement it into the business. So that's how you can get this entire package and this training and personal access to me for free. All you got to do is be able to bring me one client where we can implement a kick-ass gamification program, and you can even work with me to do that. So become Game or Die Game Anything Level 1 certified today by clicking the link below or visiting the link on this screen. I look forward to seeing you inside the members community and showing you and working with you to make life exciting. And I can guarantee that you're well on your way when you take action today in becoming a game or die happiness engineer grand master. You're going to be able to increase your conversions, increase your engagement, and make more money because you know how to implement gamification into anything.